come this close to me.
And what law is that?
You're obstructing me.
No, I'm not obstructing shit. Is there a bubble around you? Do you have yellow tape? Where does the fucking line stop and where does it end?
Some cops were never taught the difference between enforcing the law and abusing their power, and it shows. But karma never forgets. Today we're exposing some of the most corrupt officers who finally got exactly what they deserved. In September 2024, a First Amendment auditor from Press Harder was out recording in a public area when an officer decided to intervene. What happened next was a clear violation of his rights.
She doesn't want you to video her.
I don't care.
What?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I'm in public, man. I'm in public.
You're the public.
She's in public.
You're on private property.
I'm in public.
Private property.
Is it your property? I can come over to that sidewalk.
No, you can't.
Yes, I
You
can.
cannot be this close to us while I'm conducting an investigation.
Oh, well.
No, you cannot come this close.
All right.
Okay?
Then I'll stay right here. And you can kiss my ass. You piece of shit. Wants to start a protest.
Videoing that for her.
Don't ask me any goddamn questions, you fucking tyrant.
A tyrant?
Yeah.
Just asking
I don't give a f. You've already started a protest, man.
a protest.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one? Have you ever fucking heard one?
I'm working. So
Yeah, good.
I'm just asking for videoing for her.
Good. I don't care what you're asking, man. I don't answer any questions of my
You are
servants.
asking questions, actually.
No, I'm not.
You're talking to me, so you're answering.
That's not answering questions, you little bitch.
What this officer says next makes it quite clear that he has no idea what his job is.
Sick and tired of piece of shit fucking blue line gang members trying to assert some authority that they don't fucking have on the people in this country, try and intimidate and bully and tell them where they can go on a free fucking sidewalk.
Someone should remind this officer that free speech is not obstruction, and that's exactly what this man decided to do.
I hope you had better experience.
You act like the sidewalk is closed just because you're fucking on it.
I just didn't want you coming up on us.
I don't care what you want. What fucking law says that I can't walk by there? That's not obstruction. Obstruction is a physical act. Obstruction is getting in between you and your duties.
Right now, you're interfering by doing this. You're interfering.
Houston versus Hill says that I can throw a goddamn protest, do somersaults, do anything I want to distract your ADD having ass. And that's not obstruction. That's not interference.
You came over here, you're obstructing.
How? Am I in your way?
Now you're not. I said if you
If I came over there, would I be in your way?
would have been at that time, yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm out here with the suspect.
So fucking what? That's not a law, you dumbass.
Right now, you're creating a disturbance because people are coming out.
Bullshit. Fucking protest is supposed to create attention, you idiot. Apparently you don't know what the First Amendment is all about, man.
Even after the man explained First Amendment rights, the officer refused to admit that he was wrong and instead chose to keep pestering him to stop recording.
Shut up.
I'm just wondering if it's been video.
Everybody's on fucking video, you idiot. Every fucking buddy. There's cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Why do you ask these stupid ass questions? Good. Who fucking cares? You're the ones who cared. You're the one who started this whole protest being stupid. Asking that lady if she wanted to be on camera. As if she has some right to privacy. You fucking idiots.
It is no exaggeration to say that the police seem to have more of a problem with people who know their rights than with actual criminals.
You know, these cars are driving by you at 30 miles an hour, but that's okay. But you're worried about somebody with a camera talking about obstruction. You're a fucking idiot. I don't know, man. I don't know why you act this way. I don't know why you're trying to earn the hate. You're trying to earn the hate. Why don't you solve a real fucking crime? That's not a real crime. Who's the goddamn victim, you piece of shit? Who's the victim? Society, yeah, my ass. The only victim here is her. You didn't save shit, man. They're gonna go in there and torture her in the hill. You're a liar, man. You are such a idiot.
Moments later, the man began talking to the other officer on scene who was just as irrational as the first one, unable to own their own mistakes because of their ego.
What's the point in what you're trying to accomplish?
I wasn't trying to accomplish anything when I got here. I was just trying to document what my servants were doing. My servants.
Your servants?
Yeah, you're servants of the people.
Okay, I thought you were talking
Right.
about her. I was confused.
No, I mean,
I got
she
you.
could be a criminal, she could be the victim, as far as I know.
I'm tracking.
I wasn't here to get in your way or to, I didn't say a word. I gave you guys space, you know?
Yeah.
Not because I had to, just because, I mean, it's just as dangerous for me as it is for you, right?
Yeah.
I see a couple of gang members with guns like you guys, I'm not going to walk right by you. I'm going to give you space, right?
Okay.
Not because it's some law.
Yeah.
You know, this road isn't closed and this sidewalk isn't closed either.
Right.
Right, and I can walk by, and if you want to put up yellow tape and block it off so that everybody can navigate it, you know, at their own leisure, then that's fine, right? But you don't have some arbitrary line around you, some bubble that everybody's just supposed to know about.
Now, when the guy called out their wrongful stop, the cop tried hiding behind traffic stop protocols, but his stuttering exposed how hard he was trying to make laws up.
Well, in the boundaries of our traffic stop, we're allowed that.
There's no boundaries unless you mark it off.
There is.
What is it? Where's the boundary?
Just the general area.
The general area, my ass. What law is that?
You'd have to look it up.
No, because it doesn't exist.
Well, it's a
You
safety
have to
thing.
look it up. Your safety. Safety is cowardice.
I'm not trying to argue.
Go hide in a hallway at Uvalde, you goddamn coward. Talking about your safety. You
Go
make
hide
me
what?
sick. Go hide in a hallway at Uvalde, you coward. Talking about officer safety. 19 officers standing outside, not doing shit, letting kids get slaughtered. And you want to talk about officer safety? You've got a lot of balls, man. You've got a lot of balls, man. We're so sick of hearing about officer safety. If you want to be safe, go hide in your bed and don't get out of it. Cuddle up to your pillow and stop fucking claiming to be putting your life on the line, man.
Right.
You can't put your life on the line unless you actually put your life on the line.
These are the same cops who swore an oath to serve their country, yet they choose corruption over integrity. A clear reminder of the difference between allegiance and mere alliance.
Right? And your life isn't on the line when you're crying and bitching and moaning all the time about your safety. It's not my, yeah, you are. Talking about some general area around you that doesn't exist. If the general area exists on this side of the car, why doesn't it exist on that side of the car?
That's just the flow of traffic over there.
Oh, that's just the flow of traffic. And what the is this? On the sidewalk, is that not flow of traffic?
Well,
If I'm walking by, is that not flow of traffic?
That's actually where the stop was if you see the bicycle right.
Big deal.
I was just.
And I can't walk by?
Oh, no one said you couldn't walk.
Oh, he said I couldn't come over to that sidewalk or it'd be obstruction.
He didn't want you to interrupt the traffic stop.
Interrupt?
Yeah.
Well, interrupting is legal, okay? It's constitutionally approved.
Okay.
Houston versus Hill says that I can interrupt, distract, confuse, do anything I want as long as I don't put a physical obstruction in between you and your duties. You know, if I grab your pen while you're trying to fill out a ticket, if I step on an ID that you've dropped on the ground and won't let you get it, right? That's obstruction.
Cops love to flex their imaginary bubbles the moment the camera starts rolling, forgetting what the law actually says. But this person made sure to remind them about the laws.
See that?
You see what I'm saying? If I'm in your way. But just standing there with the camera, you know, might be a little scary, but too
Yeah.
right? And I didn't go over there.
Okay.
Right?
I
didn't go over there, but I'm just saying that I wasn't over there, right? Because one, it's a bad angle. I don't get up that close because it's too close to film properly, right? You can't get the whole, you know, the whole scene,
I got you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I walk around, you know, and get the right angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go and stand 1 foot away, but if there was a wall right there, you know, what if there's a wall right there? Lots of times sidewalks have walls next to them, right? And lots of times there's not even that little easement, that grass area in between the street and the sidewalk. You know, it all depends on the situation, right? You don't have some general area around you that is blocked off the second you put your little pretty lights on.
You can clearly see this cop getting humbled, caught in his own power trip, and left with no choice but to face the reality of their action.
You need to look that law up before you ever regurgitate that nonsense again.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Like I said,
And stop telling people to look up laws that don't exist. You are arguing. You said that this is the general area around your stop. You said that.
You actually initiated, saying what I was trying to get to with the whole interfering thing with the PIN and the driver's license.
Yeah, that would be interfering, man.
That, you're fine. I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, if I walked over there to that sidewalk, yeah, it might be a little freaking scary, but unless I actually do something, it's not interference. Right? You know, if I could have walked right by, I didn't have to ask your permission to walk by.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody would have cared if I didn't have a camera in my hand.
I mean, we got cameras rolling on.
Shit, that has nothing to do with it. Your cameras are for you.
The first cop then returns to the scene and is just as clueless about the law as before. He straight up refused to identify himself, blatantly ignoring that it's a legal requirement for them to do so.
What's your name?
You not see it?
No, I can't see the whole thing. Harve. It's your policy to identify, you fuckstick. Harvey. You're a disgrace, man. See, this guy's earning the hate. You know, you identified, you were straight up, but this guy wants to earn the hate, man. And don't say that you're not part of it. Car 608 and car 606. So he let her go. Yeah, that's good.
After being ruthlessly put in their place, the cops simply walked away, with no charges and no apologies. Maybe they finally realized just how badly they messed up. Now, if you thought that takedown was satisfying, just wait until you see what happened next.
It's not.
Disorderly people are calling in on you.
It's not disorderly.
You want to read the law? I tried to stop and talk to you and have a conversation.
You tried.
In August of 2024, another auditor visited Springdale, Arkansas to conduct a social and legal experiment holding a sign against cancer when a man called Arkansas State Police to report him.
Hello, I just passed a man standing on the off-ramp of Interstate 49 and Elm Springs Road,
Okay.
and he's standing there at the stop. Go ahead.
1 second. Is he on the northbound or the southbound side of the 73?
He's on the southbound.
Okay. And he's on the on-ramp or off-ramp? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you for the radio traffic.
No, he's standing in the grass at the intersection of the off-ramp and Elm Springs Road, but he's holding a large sign that says "Fuck Cancer." He's just standing there.
Okay. Is he getting in traffic or doing anything like that?
No, he's holding a sign where everyone can see him that says "Cancer."
Okay.
Children, everybody. That seems obscene to me.
Okay. We'll get somebody out there. Do you want to give your name and telephone number for the call record?
Sure.
Okay. May I have that?
My name is Pete Golden.
I appreciate it. We'll get somebody out there, okay?
Moments later, a state police officer arrived and immediately started questioning the man, acting as if he was the only one who knew the law.
What's up, dude? Damn, you just stopped traffic like that? That's dangerous. Go pull over and park somewhere like a normal person.
Well, you're too far away. So,
I'm not doing anything illegal. There's no reason to stop traffic. It's not.
Disorderly people are calling in on you.
It's not disorderly.
You want to read the law?
Actually, can I tell you some case law to look up real quick? Because the law, this is not disorderly. It's not. So, Cohen versus Fort Smith, or not Cohen, Fort Smith versus Ferrari was 2019. Okay. That is an 8th Circuit case law just 5 years ago here in Arkansas.
Okay.
And then if you want to go back to Cohen versus California, where the guy was holding that sign that said "F*** left," that's a Supreme Court case law.
Can I ask you a few
And the
favors?
Supreme Court...
Can I ask you a few favors?
Sure.
If you had a 5-year-old rolling down the road,
I would explain to him what a swear word is and when not to say it.
would you want them reading that?
At the end of the day, it's free speech, brother.
But the cop was caught off guard when the man fired back. He actually read a previous case that exposed the officer's mistake.
I just want you to respect my First Amendment right.
I got you. I completely understand.
All right, cool. Have a good day, and please get your car out of the road because you're blocking traffic.
Lights on. It's good.
Please get out of the road. You're causing more of a disturbance than I ever did, brother.
When people are calling in on you,
Actually,
you're not calling in on me.
I have it on film and everyone is loving it. There's like probably how many people called in out of a lot of people that gave me thumbs up.
I just stopped to talk to you. Okay?
No, you thought it was against the law. You need to go read the law, brother. You need to listen, Cohen versus California and Fort Smith versus Thurarajaj. That's THURARAIRAJA. No, well, I want to educate you so you aren't arresting someone over this later.
You. I stopped to talk to you.
Well, you just said it was illegal.
Disorderly fits under.
It's not.
Disorderly.
I promise you, it doesn't. Look into it. Go read it a little more careful, brother. A little more careful. What's your name and badge number?
Jones.
Go read it a little more careful, and don't stop traffic over something like a sign.
I just stopped talking.
Please move on.
Emergency lights.
You can move along, brother. You can move along.
From that's disorderly to stop to talk to you, the officer pulled an immediate 180 the moment the man caught him making up disorderly laws.
I don't need any harassment from you. You literally stopped traffic to come tell me. Yes, right now you are.
A little common courtesy for the public, correct? Correct?
And I don't agree with what you're asking me to do, so I'm going to continue doing it under the First Amendment. You tried to.
No.
You said it was illegal.
It fits under disorderly from what the
It
law
doesn't.
reads,
I promise you, it doesn't. I've looked into this so many times.
Well, if you're right, you're right.
I am
That's
right.
my bad.
I'm 1,000%. So please do not come over here and try to step on my rights.
If I've stepped on your
You
rights at all,
tried.
were sitting
You
here
stopped
trying
traffic over
I
it.
tried to stop and talk to you and have a conversation.
You
That's
tried.
what's wrong. Nobody wants to have a
Hey,
conversation.
if you wanted to have a conversation,
Have a good
then
day.
come talk to me. But don't tell me I'm breaking the law.
I asked you.
Don't tell me I'm breaking the law. Come over and talk to me like a man.
Am I trying to talk to you?
Go park over here like a normal person, and we can start over. All right, I didn't think so.
Why don't you walk over there and come talk to me?
All right, cool.
The trooper knew the man wasn't breaking any law. He just hoped the man didn't know it either. These cops hope to try to take advantage of people's ignorance.
Well, you are right. But out of common courtesy, that's all I ask, okay? There's children out here.
I'm going to hang out for a little longer. It's not going to be an all-day thing. But, hey, why don't you ask why I'm doing this?
Well, I would have if you'd have stopped and gave me the common courtesy back.
You didn't give me common courtesy. You came to tell me I was doing something illegal, and I'm positive I'm not.
Everything
Can we start over? Because did you say I was doing something illegal? And that's what started the whole thing. All right. I'm Justin.
James.
Nice to meet
So,
you, James.
why are you doing this?
All right. So, just last month,
Okay.
a man was arrested for failure to ID.
Okay.
He had committed no crime.
First Amendment?
It's a Fourth Amendment, right?
I mean, was he one of those First Amendment
No,
auditors?
no. It was a little. Someone called because he was mad that the store ripped him off $15, and they did.
Okay.
No, there was no confrontation. He was asked to leave. He left. The cops were called. The cops even agreed no crime was broken. He didn't get charged with anything.
The officer backed off, but let's be real. If the man didn't know his rights, this cop would have gladly dragged him off to jail without a second thought.
If I was him, I'd file a complaint.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have attorneys for that. The city has attorneys for
Yeah.
that. And I would go that route.
Yep. So I'm just out here exercising my First Amendment right, and let's see.
I'm cool with that. I
That's
don't want
it.
anybody infringing on my rights. That's why I'm not going to arrest you over anything that I'm not completely sure of. What disorderly reads. Have you read the state law here?
Yeah.
Does it seem like it fits?
So no. So
Does
it has to be I have to be like threatening in some way. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, bring it up. So the way it reads is causing a nuisance in public for something along the line.
Yeah.
And you have a derogatory sign out here.
And
when the public starts becoming a nuisance in public, people calling in.
Yeah. And I can see how you would read it that way, but where the First Amendment protects it. This is First
why I
Amendment
stopped
protects.
and have a
Yeah.
conversation.
And actually, the whole Fort Smith versus Thurarajaj, or Thuraraj, I
Cohen
always do
versus
that.
California shuts it all down.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Cool.
It is funny how these cops instantly change the moment they realize they're being recorded. And what is even worse is that they keep on proving just how little they know or care about our rights.
Yeah.
Don't want somebody stepping on somebody's rights. That's
Thank
why
you.
I would rather stop and have a conversation with you. When you get not aggressive, but you get angry at me for stopping.
Well, you stopping in the road, so that's something that a lot of people hate. Is there's no reason. Just go park.
Well, I don't work this area.
You know.
Got a couple calls. I swung down here to catch it, and I'll try to have a conversation with you. They can go around for 2 seconds. We can stop and have a conversation about it. You're within your guidelines. Don't step out the road. Don't do anything. You know the rules on it.
Yeah.
Obey the laws, and I'm good with it. Okay.
All right. Cool.
I'll ask. Okay, Justin.
Yes,
have a good
sir.
day. Please be safe.
Thanks, brother.
All right.
All right. Have a good one.
All of this could have been avoided if the dispatcher had educated the callers about the law, but instead, a clueless cop had to learn the hard way. This next cop was caught in 4K, and his corruption will leave you fuming.
Why would you take my property? What the f*** Give me my phone back now!
An individual was peacefully filming on a public sidewalk when a man suddenly stepped out of his truck to confront him. Instead of minding his own business, this man chose to escalate the situation without any reason.
What are you doing out here?
Excuse me? I'm looking for something?
No, what are you doing?
What are you doing walking on me?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing walking on me?
Do you know this guy?
No.
Okay, what the f are you doing?
I'm just doing something.
You're doing what?
Nothing, please.
You're taking pictures? No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Please what?
Please don't do this to me.
Oh, please don't do this to me.
Don't walk on me, please.
Oh, don't walk on me. What the hell are you doing here?
Please don't walk on me.
Why are you taking pictures of my vehicle?
I'm sorry?
Why he's taking pictures of me too.
Because I needed to get some information.
For what?
I just need.
Information, come knock on my door.
Okay, I just needed information. Please don't approach me, sir.
Dude, get the f
Sir, you're approaching me, sir.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sir, what are you doing? Don't touch me.
Why are you hiding your face?
Don't touch me.
Why are you hiding? Why
What is wrong with you guys here? What is wrong with you guys here? Why this?
What?
Let me explain.
I don't even live in this neighborhood, dude. I just see you as a piece of shit.
A true bully, he snatched the phone right from his hands and immediately started intimidating him.
You don't live here? Give me my phone. Please, give me my phone.
What are you gonna call, please?
Give me my phone, please. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone.
I got my phone, pistol, dude. If you want to fucking
give me my phone back now. Give me my phone. Give it to me. Dude. Give me my phone.
Dude.
Why would you take my property?
What the f are you doing?
Give me my phone back.
I don't even live in this neighborhood, dude. I just see you as a piece of shit.
You don't live here? Give me my phone. Please, give me my phone.
What are you gonna call, please?
Give me my phone, please. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone, please. Give me my phone back now. Give me my phone. Give it to me.
Even after being pepper sprayed, the man refuses to back down, and instead of stopping, he doubles down on his reckless behavior, only making things worse for both of them.
Give me my phone. Why would you take my property?
What the
Give me my phone back now! Why would you give it to? You touch my phone, I do you too.
Your cops right there.
I don't care. I don't care. No, he took my property. He stole my property. It's
Coming down the street taking pictures of my vehicle for some reason.
No.
He saw him. He just pepper sprayed him too.
Yeah, because he took my property.
He just pepper sprayed that.
I sprayed him with pepper spray. Because I was sitting here. No, listen, I want to apologize to you too.
Well, how about let me ask him if
Listen, he's shaking. Listen, is it not here? I'm not here to cause trouble for you and your neighborhood.
have an apology from him? Yes or no?
And listen, brother, listen, it's not about to be. Listen.
Moments later, the cops arrived on the scene, and unsurprisingly, they did nothing to help.
I did not want to do this to you.
What you're doing is not smart, I'm telling you.
And I did not want to harm you in no way, but you approached me, and I just want, if you want to apologize to me for taking my property, I will not press charges on you. But if you do not apologize, these men will have to take you to jail.
Hey, so you're gonna take me to jail?
If I press charges, these men will have to take you to jail.
Is that where it's at? So I have to apologize?
Would you like to apologize to me or not?
Hey, nobody has to apologize.
Okay, but I will press charges if you don't.
Let me talk to him, okay? You're not helping right now.
Listen, we're still investigating this, okay?
He broke my phone.
I understand.
You are not helping. Let me talk.
The cops refused to let him press charges against the man who snatched his phone. Let's just hope that justice was served in the end. These next corrupt cops picked the wrong guy to mess with, and they instantly got what they deserved.
Let's cut through the chase. I know the law better than you do.
Police officers wield considerable power, but sometimes they cross the line and target the wrong person, only to face the consequences of their actions. In December of 2023, an individual was peacefully walking and taking photos in the waterfront district of Scottsdale, Arizona, when a store owner suddenly came over and started messing with them.
Sorry? I can't hear you because
What are you guys up to? I haven't given any permission to record.
You haven't given me permission to record what?
Yeah, if you record my face, you need my permission.
Well, then what'd you call me for?
Well, you're recording, and you're recording. That's disrespectful.
It's not being disrespectful and sticking your hand in somebody's camera.
No, it's my business.
Now, I want you guys to go back to work. Have a nice day. You ever think this might be going somewhere and you might get some good publicity for your store instead of acting like a fool?
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking, I would like people come and say, hey, did you mind if we record something? That would be nice.
Not with your attitude.
No, I wasn't with my attitude. You start to record without asking.
No, you have a terrible attitude. I'm sure I'm not the first person to tell you that.
No, you are very disrespectful.
Okay. I want you to just have a good night. Start all over again. So you don't want... I need your permission to film you is what you're telling me, right? But you're allowed to film me?
You're filming me.
Oh, so that means you're allowed to.
The woman believed that she could record the men without their consent, but demanded that they ask permission to film on a public sidewalk. The hypocrisy can be seen quite clearly.
We can have Scottsdale PD ask you to leave.
You can have Scottsdale come here and educate you and tell you what a fool you're acting like.
I'm acting like a fool?
Yes.
We just told you to
100%.
stop. We just
Did you call the police?
I'm about to.
Call them.
Yeah, I
I'm
will.
educated. Tell you to go back to work. Call 911.
I am working. You guys can.
He's calling 911 because a couple of guys are taking pictures on the sidewalk.
Because we didn't give you permission.
Amy, we're witness journalists. I know what you guys are doing.
Okay.
And they're harassing.
If you know what I'm doing, you should have acted right.
They are outside the store. You're
Respectful
actually
to ask me, hey, can I record?
And you
That's
earn
all.
respect by being disrespectful. You get what you get.
And the man is being
I asked why you guys are recording. And you went on me.
And I what?
Went on me and my business and my employee.
So the cops coming? They're on the way?
Yeah.
Should I wait for them?
Yeah.
Okay. I really wish you wouldn't have been rude. You could have had a nice conversation.
The employee of the store blatantly threatened to call the police on them for filming on a public sidewalk. I mean, how does that make sense? It is shocking to see such ignorance of basic rights.
I am asking the gentleman to stop recording us because I don't feel comfortable being on camera and my client haven't been able to leave the store because she doesn't want to leave. I don't know. They have been there. I'm recording there too to prove everything they have been saying to us. So everything is recorded there. So my client hasn't been able to leave. They said they can do that because they're outside.
Put that down. You're going to talk to me.
I'm not going to put my camera down.
You can put your camera down. It'll still record.
I'm
and
not
I'm
putting
recording.
my camera down. What is the issue?
The issue
Let's start with that. I'm out on a public sidewalk taking some video, and this woman wants me to stop videoing a public sidewalk so her client can leave.
She doesn't want you to video her store. That's private property, not a public sidewalk.
Do you really believe that?
That her store is hers? Yes, I do.
That I can't film it from the sidewalk?
I didn't say that. I said she doesn't want
Let's cut
her
through the chase.
store
Let's cut through the
filmed.
chase. I know the law better than you do.
When the cops finally showed up at the scene, Officer Shep made it worse. Her action showed complete disregard for de-escalation, turning a tense moment into an unnecessary conflict.
So what are you going to do about it?
Why are you here?
I'm filming the sidewalk.
What? The sidewalk is
I'm
this
filming
way.
people walking. I can film anything my eyes can see. You know the deal. You know the story, so don't go there.
Well, you already insulted me and said I don't, but
no, I didn't
I'm
say you don't. I said I know the law
asking
better than you.
You're filming the store.
Because I'm filming people. I'm going from one business. Not that I owe you an explanation.
You
but I'm
do.
gonna give you. No, I don't.
You
well,
do
now I'm not
because
gonna
you're
give you one.
in front of a private business.
Doesn't matter.
Blocking the entry and
No,
exit.
I was standing right over here. Nobody's blocking any entrances. Don't try.
You mean now that you've moved?
I walked up there to talk to you. Let's not start playing games. Everything I do is on camera.
Okay.
Nice try.
So you're not going to tell me why you're here.
I told you why I'm here.
No, you said you're filming the sidewalk.
I'm making a video.
That's not the sidewalk.
I can film anything I want. I can film. I'm filming you. I can film inside the store.
Yeah, I gathered.
I can't go into her store unless she invites me in.
The officer had no idea that she was dealing with someone who knew his rights. Instead of protecting his rights, the officer overstepped her authority. But she wasn't going to get away with it.
You know,
okay, I'm
the
just
police.
asking
What can I expect from
you why you're filming her store. It's making
Because
her
that's what I
uncomfortable.
feel like doing.
So you're just instigating
No,
things
not
for
at
the
all.
public.
I've been out here for hours, going store to store, 5-10 minutes in front of each store.
So you've been here for hours filming 5 to 10 minutes at each store.
That's
So you
correct.
have quite a bit of footage of the stores. But because somebody asked you to leave, now you have to what? Harass her?
I wasn't harassing her. I stayed here because she called you. I would have been gone already.
Feel free to go.
Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Okay,
Goodbye.
so I'm free to stay.
No.
Sure I am.
Okay.
And a matter of fact, I'll take a supervisor. I'd like to speak to your sergeant.
Oh, I bet you would. He's
Yeah,
on
look.
his way.
Good.
What's your name? for DC.
I'm not interested in giving it to you.
You are going to give it to me
For what?
because we're investigating a crime.
A crime of me standing on the sidewalk? I haven't said a word the whole time we're
That's
standing
what
here.
you say.
The officer assumed that she had the right to demand personal information as she was called on the scene. The only thing more ridiculous than her arrogance was her condescending attitude.
Okay, well, until you can prove otherwise. You said your supervisor's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wait and speak with him.
No.
Yeah.
You seem real confused about the fact that we were called here for a reason.
You were called here for somebody taking video on a public sidewalk.
Of a private business and preventing someone who doesn't want to be on camera to leave.
Do you think that's legal? What statute would I be violating?
You're causing a disturbance at this business.
Really not. She caused her own disturbance.
The patron caused her own disturbance by shopping in a store.
The owner of the shop.
The patron.
The owner of
the patron is inside this store who doesn't feel comfortable to leave because you're in a pissing match with this owner.
I'm not in a pissing match. I stayed here waiting for you because she told me she called you. What do you want me to do? Run away and leave so you can go look for me? I'm not running anywhere.
Well, I
stayed here waiting for you.
To be combative and not provide any information.
The officer escalated the situation on camera without hesitation. And if this is how she acts when being recorded, imagine how her behavior is when there's no camera.
You came out with an attitude, and I told you what I'm doing. And I asked you if you wanted to de-escalate, calm down, and have a cordial conversation. You don't want to do that.
I told you I already did that.
Oh,
okay. Right. Got it.
And you just told me I was free to go.
Yeah, you're refusing to leave.
I don't have to leave.
You're refusing
I'm
to
on
leave.
a public sidewalk. You can't trespass me from a public sidewalk.
I didn't say you're trespassed.
Well, why would I have to leave then?
You asked if you could leave. Right. I said, yeah.
Right, for the purpose
you
of telling
did.
you that means I can stay.
Okay.
Exactly
that's not, but
it is. Hey, listen, I'm not trying
What's
to give
your
you a
bar
hard
number?
time. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, okay?
Are you kidding me
But
right now?
I'm not going to stand here.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to stand here and get my rights violated by somebody.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
No. You've insulted us from the moment we got here. You're more knowledgeable about everything. You're refusing to identify yourself. You're filming a sidewalk, except for not sidewalk, and this.
The officer claimed that she was insulted when she arrived, but the reality was just the opposite. Jason remained calm, introduced himself, and even tried to de-escalate. Yet instead of acting professionally, the officer took offense where there was none.
You can't chase people off a public sidewalk for no reason. It's not the way it works.
Okay. So are you refusing to provide your name?
Do I have a lawful reason to give you my name?
I told you
why.
why.
Do you suspect me of a crime?
Yeah.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Well, I'm talking to you, and my partner's talking to them.
So what crime do you suspect?
Disorderly conduct.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see if your sergeant agrees with that.
Okay, so you're refusing to provide your name. Got it.
I told you I want to speak to your sergeant.
He's on the way.
Okay, so when your sergeant gets here, if your sergeant tells me I lawfully have to give him my name, I will. Him or her.
Yeah. And you're refusing to say anything.
Same thing he said.
Great.
I know the law.
I got it. I don't need to hear any more about how you know the law.
You don't need to hear about anything. I think you need to be educated on the law, and I think your sergeant's going to do that for you when they get here.
Okay. That sounds good, Jason.
How do you know my name?
You introduced yourself.
There you go. So I gave you my name.
No, you didn't.
You just said I introduced myself.
As Jason.
That's my name.
That's your legal name. No last name, no middle name.
The officer had no legal justification to demand his credentials. Fortunately, he knew his rights and wisely requested to talk to her supervisor.
What company do you work for?
I'm not going to answer any questions until your sergeant gets here.
Okay.
And then maybe I still won't, but I probably will.
You're upstairs, third.
You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Start us at third.
And we really should try to be a little more professional. You're throwing around false accusations. You said I was blocking the door, I'm preventing somebody from leaving. None of that happened.
If you would have let me finish, the patron does not feel comfortable leaving because you won't stop filming the store. There has never been any problem with you filming the sidewalk, with the exception of you're not filming the sidewalk. So why are you trying to make her uncomfortable?
The officer lacked a clear understanding of the law and turned aggressive instantly. Instead of handling the situation professionally, she escalated it the moment she spoke.
I can film whatever I want.
That wasn't what I said. I told you why we're here. You don't like it.
No.
That's the difference.
No, it's not.
She doesn't
No.
want to leave
So
and
what's
deal
your
with
story?
this.
You think you said a few minutes ago that I'm doing all this to create a scene?
You are.
So but now you're saying I don't like it that you're here. So which one is it? If I was trying to create a scene, I'd be happy.
You have created a scene.
No, I really have not. I'm out here minding my own business, taking video on a beautiful day, not bothering a soul. And this woman
Except
wants
for
me
you
to-
are bothering a soul. That is my point.
Not lawfully.
Okay.
No,
All right.
Not at all.
Okay. Well,
So what if I was out here not filming? What if I'm out here reading a book and a person says, I don't want to see your book, books trigger me, and I would like you to put that book away so I can read the story.
I'm bored.
okay.
Cool.
Thank you, officer, very much. Yeah, if they don't respect the police, they're not
Exacerbating fear.
Thank you very much.
There's nothing to be afraid of. A couple of guys out here. Do I look like I'm out here breaking the law?
She had nothing to say when Jason questioned her. She acts like she knows everything, but her lack of knowledge is quite evident.
So would you say that whatever you were doing was causing a disturbance for her business?
No. I think her
No?
coming out, yelling at me, sticking her hand in my face,
Okay.
doing all that, might have. I don't know.
Do you think that this makes everyone comfortable?
Well, that's a whole nother discussion.
Well,
So,
but that-
I'll tell
but
you
that-
what.
but that's
I'll
what I'm
answer.
asking you,
I'll
because-
answer, sure. I'll answer. Some people love being on.
Right.
Some people
And
don't,
some
other
hate
people
it,
don't.
right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That's why I make very sure
you
I'm-
doing what you do, wouldn't it make sense if somebody comes to you and has an issue with what's going on and it's just causing problems in front of the business to just move along?
Well, I'll tell. And if she didn't call you, I would have been gone. And like I said, I'm in front of each.
Well,
business.
how long have you been here?
Since we first got here, probably a half an hour because I stayed.
No,
here
I
for
mean
8
in front of this particular
I
store.
was here for probably less than a minute when she first came out.
The supervisor arrived on the scene and remained noticeably calm, unlike his officers. However, this only highlighted how poorly his officers were handling the situation.
You've been here for a half an hour.
Because I waited for the police. She said she was calling. Well, I'm not going to run away if she said she's calling.
Right,
the
but
police.
what is the point?
I told you I'm making a travel video about the shopping.
Right,
district.
but my point is if you got all these stores to go to, right? And you've had no issues with any interactions with any of the other stores, correct?
I have had the first negative
Right, right.
interaction of the day.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That being said,
Yeah.
why stay and continue to be an issue?
There was not even a chance. You're talking about. a
Okay,
minute.
you're missing my point.
Well, first
Okay.
of all,
So if you're walking around and you got all these stores to go to,
Yes.
and the one that causes issues for you and you're causing issues
well,
for
like I
them,
said, if she didn't say she was calling the police, I would have been gone already. I waited because she said she was calling the police. I don't want you to have to look.
how many times did she ask them to leave?
She was filming them before he was still accused.
Well, I'm on a public sidewalk, so I never went into her store.
I understand that, but you're still right in front of the doors.
No, I was here. I was literally standing here.
Even though calm, his knowledge was as thin as that of his officer. Instead of protecting Jason's rights, he violated them by blaming himself. Another tyrant exposed.
My camera was like this,
Mhm.
and I purposely set up so I would view down the sidewalk that way and a little bit in front of the store here.
So you weren't filming into it?
When she first came out, no, it was not. Nope.
Like the velvet rope. Well, I mean, they have a shotgun mic that they have on their stuff right now listening to us, so this is part of the conversation. So if they're filming into the
He thinks I'm recording his private conversation out on the sidewalk.
It's whatever.
Like I said, the biggest thing is a shotgun mic. The big one is that we can see what's going on, which is inappropriate.
And you said you did travel videos?
Yes, I do.
What's your
Been doing it for 5 years.
What's your YouTube?
Well, when this all wraps up and you guys have made your decision and let me know what your plans are, I'd be happy to give it to you. I'm not trying to hide who I am.
Clearly you are.
No, I'm really not.
Okay. Well,
I'm really not.
when I ask a question and you don't answer it, that indicates you're hiding it.
Well, I just told you I wanted to speak to you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I gathered that. Sorry about that.
All right,
What
so
do we got, son?
you don't have anything. I'm not sure what you're expecting.
Well, I don't know. Somebody calls the police, and the police are here doing.
Well,
I think a logical question.
they're uncomfortable with what you guys are doing. So basically, everything starts off what the client was talking about, and the client didn't feel comfortable being filmed.
Okay.
So that's why she called the police.
Okay.
So you guys aren't doing anything illegal.
I was gonna say, isn't that a little foolish?
No.
I think you have better things to do than have somebody call you because they're.
I mean, we handle
They don't
lots.
feel like walking out of a store.
Well, I mean, you make people feel uncomfortable. Like
No,
we,
people
we
make
talked
themselves
about.
feel uncomfortable.
I'm not here to argue with you.
So if somebody's
I'm not
very,
here to argue
if
with
somebody's
you.
very happy to
I'm
be
not
on my
here to
account,
argue
I'm
with
asking
you.
you a question.
I'm not going to answer it because I'm going to tell you. Listen. We talked about
Have
the
a good
fact
day.
that some people
I'm
like
not
to be
interested in having
filmed
a conversation
and
either.
some don't. All I'm going to tell you,
I'm free to leave.
all I'm telling you is
I'm
this:
free to leave.
if you cause disturbances,
I don't want to hear it.
you're looking
I don't
at.
want to hear your directives. Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. And instead of exacerbating fear, maybe you should tell her the real deal.
I already talked to her.
You already talked to her. You make her feel better?
I don't know.
Is her feelings feel better now?
I don't know. Do you feel better?
I've been feeling great since the start, man. I was hoping a little more from you. I was expecting a little more from you, and I was hoping you were going to show up and do the right thing. But you'll get the feedback. You'll hear about it.
These officers are a prime example of why the public's trust in the police is fading. Instead of upholding the law, they abused their power, made false accusations, and used threats of arrest to intimidate. And if you think this was intense, this next auditor really took these cops to the cleaners.
Record me, so if you put that away, then we'll hear your record.
Yeah, why are you coming up on me like that, man?
In June of 2023, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes decided to head over to the Suffolk County Traffic Violations Bureau to conduct an audit and exercise his constitutional right. It didn't take long before an officer approached him, attempting to intimidate him.
Hey, whoa, back away from me, man. What are you doing?
Let's go.
Back away. Back away. This is not. I'm not in a courtroom. I'm not in a courtroom. Who are you? Yeah. Why are you coming up on me like that, man? Well, I'm not in any courtroom or I'm not in a courtroom or anything. I'm not in a restricted area. This is a public area.
Just asking you not to film.
But this is a public area. I'm not.
In the area.
Yes, I'm in a public area. This is a public
Sir,
area.
There's no filming in the area. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to get. Listen, are you security guard or law enforcement? Are you security guard or law enforcement, sir? Can I get your name? Badge number 117.
Sean saw himself ganged up on by a group of tyrants, but soon a supervisor appeared, lecturing him on some unlawful signs regarding photography.
Hey, how you doing? Are you a supervisor here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm a journalist.
Sure, come on over this way. I'm going to show you the sign.
Yeah, well, let me see the sign. Sure, no problem.
So I'm going to ask you nicely to please shut this off and then read the sign and then determine how you want to proceed.
So what rules of the chief judge? Are you law enforcement?
Step back.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for five security
Read the
guards.
sign and then stop recording.
Are you law enforcement, sir?
Yes.
You're law enforcement?
I'm going to ask you to read the sign
Are you public safety?
and I'm going to ask you to read the sign. And
Rules of the chief judge. Electronic recording and audiovisual coverage in court facilities, court proceedings. Yeah, of court proceedings. Where's the actual order? This is just the sign. Where's like an order from the
That is
judge?
the order. From the chief judge right there.
Yeah, the chief judge of where?
So once again, you're in a courthouse.
Yeah.
You've read the sign. You've seen no video, no photographers, no recording.
What's the law though?
Sean made it clear that emotions and baseless signs don't override constitutional rights. He continued grilling the tyrant security guard who had no clue about the law.
I can call a police officer and a deputy sheriff if you'd like me to. What can I do to assist you?
I mean, you could definitely call law enforcement. I would love for you to call law enforcement because I would like for you to get educated. This is not a law. These are policies, sir. Can I get your name?
Sure, Captain Wright.
Captain Wright?
Ray.
Captain Ray.
Yes.
Yeah, these are policies, and this officer here tried to come at me from behind and put his hands on me. You're not here to put your hands on anybody, man. That's not okay.
So what can I do to help you today?
That's not okay. You're public
So
safety.
what can I do to help you today?
I'm not a danger of the public safety. Yes, I am recording. So I'm a journalist. I have a First Amendment right to record in publicly accessible areas. I'm gathering content.
The signs are very clear.
I'm not in a courtroom.
Do you have business here today?
I'm not in a courtroom. Yes, I do.
Well, it says if you actually read the sign, office or hallway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask
So where's
you-
the courtrooms?
So I'm going to ask you.
Where's the
nicely.
courtrooms? Is this the hallway of a courtroom?
The auditor's persistence left the security supervisor flustered, forcing him to call in an actual law enforcement officer.
Yeah, I'm just a First Amendment, I'm a First Amendment advocate. I'm a journalist. I'm not in, there's no courtrooms around here where I'm at. These are publicly accessible areas. I'm just working on a story, gathering content for a story, peacefully. I'm not bothering anybody, and they're making a big deal about it.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to accomplish exercising my rights without having being told to stop. That's really what I'm trying to accomplish.
Mind so I can walk with me out here real quick?
I mean,
happily talk with you. Can you tell me what you want?
I mean, we could talk, but I don't want to talk out there unless you're going to. No, I'm just recording all the signage here and all the public documents that are inside. Yeah, I'm not anywhere near any courtrooms. Nowhere near courtroom.
All right.
No, not even in the.
I showed this gentleman all the signs and asked him to read it.
Yeah, but these aren't the law. These aren't the law, though. These aren't the law, sir. These are signs. These are policies.
These policies of what the building is asking you of.
Yeah, they're policies. I have a right. This is a public building. I have the right to be in this public building. And just because I'm recording shouldn't restrict my access to the public building. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not interrupting any courtrooms. I'm not doing anything of that nature.
Then it turns out that the officer had no clue about the law and was as dumb as those security officials. It didn't take long for Sean to humiliate him as well.
They have to sign up here for a reason.
I understand it's a policy, but they also, sir, deputy, they also had signs once upon a time that said people of a certain skin color couldn't come into an establishment, correct? Were those signs acceptable? Just because it's on a sign.
Can we talk over here? So
I'd rather.
Over here?
I'll get out the way. We can come over here.
Come over here. Just follow me over here.
We can come over here.
Yeah. So what are you trying to do? Besides just record?
I'm just recording in publicly accessible areas. That's all I'm doing. And if you are going to violate my rights in any way, you let me know that, and I'll take it up with the proper venue. If you're gonna arrest me for any reason, I would hope not. I'm not breaking the law.
Eventually, the officer removed Sean from the building and he had to abandon his recording. Just a year later, he returned to the building, but this time to fight the 4 tickets that he had received earlier for tint on his SUV.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
What they do? They give you tickets for front, back.
So they gave me a ticket for each window. I drive an SUV. I drive an SUV, ma'am. I'm sorry. I drive an SUV, and the back 2 windows, according to the motor vehicle traffic law, the back 2 windows of an SUV could be of any darkness.
Okay.
So he gave me one
What's on your
ticket.
phone? Are you about to show me something?
No.
Oh,
I don't need to show you
I thought
anything.
you were going to show me something.
No.
I'm going to get rid of 3 of them, okay? I'm just going to charge you for 1.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate that, ma'am. But you said you would get dismissed 3 of them and charge me for 1 tint ticket. They're all unlawful. So I would just ask for time to get an attorney at that point and go to trial.
The lady was kind enough to let go of all 3 tickets, but Sean was fighting a more significant cause and wouldn't let this tyranny slide. Moments later, the female official found a problem with being recorded.
Because I feel like you're videoing me.
Can I put my phone down?
Yeah, because I feel like you're videoing me.
I video. Oh, okay. Are you a public servant? I record all my interactions with public servants.
You're not going to record me, so if you put that away, then we'll discuss.
Ma'am, I just record all my interactions for transparency and accountability with.
I'm not going to do that, though.
Why not?
Can you pay that today?
Isn't the director here pro-Constitution? Brian Browns, right?
August 7th.
He's pro-First Amendment.
Yeah.
I was told that the director here encourages
Just give us a moment.
constitutional activities.
You can have a seat, please.
Sure, no problem. No problem.
Sean discovered that a new pro-Constitution chief, Brian Browns, had taken over, and the unlawful boards were removed. But still, officials continued to avoid the camera.
Absolutely hypocritical. So what the prosecutor tried to do was get me to agree to a plea bargain where I plead guilty. She takes away 3 of the tickets and leaves me only with 1. But I'm not willing to do that because they're retaliatory tickets from Sergeant Mio for exercising my First Amendment right. 2 of them are outright unlawful, and the other 2 are not correct either. They're not lawful either. He didn't use a tint meter to gauge the light passing through. My tints are legal.
All right, so you have 4 tint tickets.
Right.
3 of them I'm going to dismiss, and the other one I'm going to drop the fine for you to 105.
I appreciate that, ma'am. I appreciate that, ma'am. It's more than just the money for me. It's about the principle. This officer gave me these tickets in retaliation for we had a previous interaction before he pulled me over that he didn't like, where I was recording him, and he didn't like it, so he pulled me over for the tints. My tints are legal. The back 2 windows can be any darkness. So I would just like to consult an attorney if I can get a date, so I can consult an attorney about moving forward.
It didn't take long for the woman to return and offer service again. The new chief's rules worked, and Sean got what he came for.
That's fine, yeah.
That's fine. So just have a seat.
I appreciate you. Negotiating the plea for me, but it's a principle thing, not a money thing. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Just have a seat.
Yep.
And we'll get that date.
No problem. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here you go. August 26th, okay?
August 26th. Thank you, ma'am.
You could come before that date if you want. You don't
Okay.
have to wait if you're not married to that date.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day, okay? Take care. So we have a new date here, August 26th. Hey, how are you guys? Good.
These next pigs thought they could have their way with this guy, but they had no idea they were about to get owned by this lawyer.
When he said, "Stop talking and just sue me." Okay, Chief, here we go. These are your lawsuits.
Good job, CJ.
Cops often try to intimidate citizens, but the tables turn when they face knowledgeable lawyers who know the law better than they do. Today we'll show you some of the dumbest cops getting completely owned by some sharp attorneys.
I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
In March of 2024, Texas attorney CJ Grisham did not mince words, delivering a fiery speech that directly called out the police chief's misconduct. His sharp and fearless critique left everyone in the room stunned.
There's a place at the San Patricio County Navigation District at the marina to dispose of oil and stuff. Yeah, there is. It's up there by the harbor master.
Miss Scruggs, you can stay. I'm not going to be saying at this time. I owe you some apologies. One, for the way I dress. As a professional, I've neglected to come to these meetings appropriately dressed, perhaps not looking like your definition of a professional. I've worn t-shirts, I've worn hoodies, when such royalty as yourself deserves Sunday best. After all, I think the mayor said it best when he said we should treat this place with the same decorum as we would a church. Unfortunately, I don't have the access to the city's credit card that the chief does. I can't buy a $1,200 suit. And I ignored the fact that you are to be worshipped in this temple of government, not held accountable. I apologize. Number two.
This was only the beginning as the attorney planned to completely humiliate the chief with his brutal sense of humor and sarcasm.
For the way I talk, I didn't realize that being way down here in southern Texas, it's entirely possible that word of the ratified 1791 Constitution that included the First Amendment might not have hit these parts yet, and that you're supposed to obey them. I meant to bring a copy for each of you, but my scribe ran out of parchment paper, molted flight feathers, a quill, and an inkwell. I apologize. I apologize for the company I keep. Chief Blanchard tried to warn me long ago during a meeting that he recorded and hasn't yet released that Mr. Followwell was a criminal. I should be careful with whom I associate. Apparently criminals aren't allowed to have attorneys or something like that.
Mr. Grisham had been summoned to the council's meeting to apologize, but what followed was perhaps the most creative apology ever directed at the chief.
But we'll find out soon enough. I should have listened. I didn't take the time to see things from a tyrant's perspective. I apologize. But all that changes now. Chief Blanchard was right. Anyone can Google stuff. Anyone can quote case law. We just didn't have the facts. We've just been wrong all this time when we spoke to you about gun rights, when we spoke to you about free speech, when we spoke to you about warrantless searches and faulty warrants based on no probable cause. When we demanded equal treatment of the law, we were just wrong. When we tried to educate you on the meaning of rubbish. By the way, just look in a mirror. After all, Chief Blanchard has been a cop for 24 years now. You all have been tyrants your whole life.
If calling the chief a tyrant wasn't bold enough, the attorney had an even sharper plan to take him down.
Who are we to ignore this experience? Maybe you are the ones that are right all along. Last time I was here, Chief Blanchard gave me some advice, and I'm finally going to obey. It's important to respect and obey our police chiefs. They know better than anyone in this room what is good for us. They're smarter alone on their worst days than all of us are collectively on our best days. Otherwise, surely you wouldn't keep this guy employed as your police chief, right? So I'm taking the advice he gave me when he threatened to arrest me last time I was here for daring to read the words of the Supreme Court. When he said, "Stop talking and just sue me." Okay, Chief, here we go.
3 minutes are up.
These are your lawsuits.
Good job, CJ. Good job, CJ.
This was a brutal takedown of the officer, and Grisham surely ensured these cops can't be let off of their criminal activity. This next lawyer didn't hold back either, making sure the officers were held accountable for their reckless actions.
His father,
I
he's
understand.
a minor. I'm an attorney because he's a minor.
I will talk to him in a minute. Get in your car now!
On February 9th, 2023, attorney Claire Hall noticed a collision involving a high school student and, being a good citizen, decided to pull over and help the boy. However, she had no clue she would be facing some of the most corrupt cops of the city.
Well, so you think he's going to be taken to the scene or will he just...
Are you...
I'm not, no, I'm on the phone with his father.
That's my dad. How many cars are involved right now?
Yeah, mine. That's mine.
All right, we need to get that off the road. All right, can we get that into the parking lot? We'll take care of him, man.
I'm just trying to tell his father. So
we're in the middle of the highway. Right? So, all right, can you move your car, please? Thank you. Side of the road, all right?
All I'm saying is I can leave. I just want to tell his father.
You don't have to leave. Just move your car.
I just want you to tell me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
okay.
Let's have a seat right over here, man.
Miss Hall wanted to help and was being nice, but the officers saw this from a completely different angle as they became aggressive.
You want to talk to his father here? Why don't you talk to his father?
I'm working. Can you please go sit in your car? You have nothing to do with this.
His father,
I understand.
I'm an attorney because he's a minor. You need to tell me, is he going to be here?
I don't need to tell you anything. I'm going to arrest you in a second if you don't get in your car. Do you understand me? I'm not kidding you.
You are kidding.
You are impeding an investigation right now and you're really bothering me.
What should
go
I tell
sit in your car.
What
I will talk to him in a minute. Get in your car now!
Tell him, take it. No, you do not touch me. Oh my God, stop it.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, stop it. Are you kidding me?
Knock it off.
You will be.
Knock it off.
No, get your hands off me right now.
Off.
Get your hands off.
All right. Yes.
Tell him to get his hands off.
The aggressive cops immediately escalated the situation and went on to arrest the poor attorney who had nothing but good intentions.
Oh my God, are you
Stop. Stop.
No, I'm not stopping. Are you fucking kidding me, right?
It's recording.
Record it.
I'm wearing a body cam.
Record it. I understand, but why am I under arrest?
Because you weren't listening to anything we were saying.
Oh my God, you're not listening to your father. Oh my God. Okay, I will come down. Can you please?
Take a breather.
No, you don't take a breather. I'm fine. I am scarred.
How about you stop resisting and you let us put you in handcuffs?
My shoulder is dislocated and you're making it worse.
Well, rescue
Can I
team will get you.
Yes. Oh my God.
Sit up.
Can you please call Bob Barber?
Sit up.
Call Bob Barber right now.
Who's that?
He's in Narragansett, please. Please call him.
Well, we're not in there again.
This is what you get in this country when you decide to show some goodwill and kindness. Miss Hall was shell-shocked, and the corrupt cops continued to make the matter worse.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Stop.
No!
Stop talking.
No! No! I just wanted to know, I could tell his father if he's going to the hospital. I'm not even involved in this. I can't believe this.
That was our point the whole time.
I cannot believe this.
That was our point the whole time. You are not
screaming at me.
involved.
Oh
You
my
are not
God.
involved.
I'm a good
We
Samaritan.
instructed you to do something,
I'm a good
and
Samaritan
you refused to do it.
I'm a good Samaritan who stopped to help a kid, and this
Let's
is
go.
what happened. Okay, stop grabbing me. I'll get up on my own. You're hurting me.
Now.
Oh my God, stop it. Ow! Ow! I want my phone. It's over there.
Instead of directing their time on the accident and actually caring about the 17-year-old's well-being, they were focused on getting the attorney to the police station.
Get my shoe. Please get my shoe.
Okay, walk.
Get my. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot even believe this. No. This man is being shit out of me. Holy shit, yes he is. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the crazy, I've never, stop pushing me, please, I will walk. Are you kidding me? You're in so much trouble, I can't even tell you. Oh my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever, in my entire, I'm not gonna relax. I can't. I don't have to. You guys, where do you get this machismo shit? This is bullshit. I need my phone, it's on the ground over there.
The ruthless officers ignore her desperate pleas and go ahead to search her and put her in the back of the cruiser.
I need my phone, it's on the ground over there. Call my husband, he's also an attorney. This is so bad. Yeah. I can't even.
The phone's right here.
Oh, surprise.
Find her key, but the car started up. So it's in there somewhere. Her key's probably in her car.
And if this wasn't bad enough, you'll be shocked to see how these cops react after arresting her, casually joking amongst themselves.
Yeah, I heard you guys say one in custody. I'm like, oh, here we go. It was so unnecessary. Yeah. But like my tolerance for that is like, I'm just like, listen, you're not going to listen to what I'm saying. We're in the middle of the highway. Yeah. Get in your car and get off the highway.
So stood her up too. She started screaming like belligerent. The kid was even more freaked out than anything. How old's the kid that was?
I don't know. 05 is his birthday. 17.
That's Mike's.
Do you have your car key on you? Where in your car is it? Okay. Alright, I'll let the tow truck driver know.
The attorney was eventually taken to the police station and charged with 3 misdemeanors. However, just a few days later, she filed a civil rights lawsuit against the city, the police chief, and the 2 officers involved in the arrest. We hope the cops learn their lesson and that she gets the compensation that she deserved. Coming back to attorney CJ, who once again decided to take a clueless cop to a law class.
I have permission to be here.
Who do you have permission to be here from?
By.
And who is that?
None of your damn business. How do you know I'm not? Then shut up. Then shut up and deal with what you got here for.
In May 2024, the attorney was giving an interview to a news reporter in a private driveway when officers from the Kirkby Police Department arrived to investigate a trespassing report.
Never set foot on the property. So that's a false report.
He's not filing a report.
Whatever it is, he's alleging that he was on their property and never set foot on it. I set foot on it to get out of it.
Again, we weren't here. We can only go off what the TV camera showed. Again, we're not. We don't know. They want to show it to us, yes. But at the end of the day, if you set foot on the property, they have a right to trespass. It's private property.
The officer spoke with the reporter, but things took a turn when they approached CJ and demanded his ID, unaware that he knew the law better than they did.
Sir, do you have any ID on you? Because this is a private roadway.
I know.
Okay, can we get your ID then, please?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay, so.
I have permission to be here.
Permission from who?
I have permission to be here.
By who?
By who?
I have permission to be here.
By who?
I have permission to be here.
Who do you have permission to be here from?
By someone who has permission to give me, or has authority to give me permission.
And who is that?
None of your damn business.
Is that one of these residents here?
Yes, it is.
There's only 4 of them.
Yes, it is.
Okay, which resident?
None of your business. I'm telling you, I have permission to be here.
Okay.
You can't trespass me when I'm an invited guest.
You're not an invited guest.
I am an invited guest. How do you know I'm not? How do you know I'm not? Then shut up. Then shut up and deal with what you got here for.
Grisham was under no obligation to answer the cops and aid their investigation. The incompetent cops had gone up against the wrong guy and were about to be humbled even more.
I'm dealing with this, okay? You're telling me you got permission to be here?
I'm an invited guest. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. It is none of your business. It's a civil matter. I am invited to be here.
By who?
By one of the property owners that are abutted along this road.
Okay.
That have a right of way and access to this road.
Okay, and just tell me which resident it is?
None of your business.
That's all we gotta do.
I don't have to do anything to you. I do not have to I do not have to help with your investigation.
Okay.
Now, if you have some evidence that I'm not allowed to be here, well then, by all means, use your reasonable, articulable suspicion and your probable cause and do your job, Sergeant Lack. How is my name going to help you determine anything?
You are an attorney that's not supposed to be here, then you're criminally trespassing.
I haven't been trespassed from anything.
The Chicago attorney was sure to stand his ground, and he really made the unfit officers do a historic walk of shame.
Nobody has presented me with a trespass from anywhere. If you want to show me a trespass, go ahead. Yeah, show it to me. I have to be served with a trespass before you can trespass me. And just so you know, I mean, it's up to you guys how you deal your own thing, but in order to receive a criminal trespass warning, you're not required to identify. You don't have to give them anything.
What if they take us in, though?
Well, they can't take you in unless they trespass you and you refuse to leave. That's when it becomes a crime. Right now, it's just them executing.
The officers realized they could not match Mr. Grisham's legal expertise and quickly made their way out. Well, if the lawyers weren't enough, here is a law student who takes these corrupt cops to the cleaner.
I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
So,
yes, I paid you for something. Because you got my ID for no reason, brother.
Oh, okay.
In September of 2023, New Mexico State University law student Joel Martinez was called out of his dorm by Officer Prudell after an anonymous tip about him carrying a beer into his room. What followed was an interaction worth watching.
Is there anyone else in here?
No, it's just me.
Okay. You mind just opening the door, that way I can see?
What you trying to look for?
I just want to make sure there's no one else in there to start, and then I'll talk to you.
There's no one in there right now.
Okay.
Right.
Come out here and talk to me then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be honest with you. So we got a report that you were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So
Okay.
Is there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Purtle, NMSU Police.
Title and name?
The security officer.
Oh, security officer, okay.
Okay. Do you have an ID with you?
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Minor in possession of alcohol. We got a report that you were walked in.
So it's like here that they said thing?
Okay.
It's yeah, right? It's like they said that he has.
The officer assumed that the 19-year-old would be an easy target, unaware of how well he knew the law.
So we don't have to go down this route. If you wanna go down this route, we can.
Well, I really don't, but like I'm studying right now. I'm doing homework. You knocked on my door. I'm out here. I want to know what's on. You say that they said that there's alcohol in this room.
Okay.
Oh, they saw me.
So I still need to ID you.
No.
And then we need to go from there.
You have to suspect me of a crime.
I do.
You realize that cops in New Mexico don't have qualified immunity, right?
I do that. I do.
Okay, so from here on, let's just be careful with what you're about to do right now. Okay. You're saying that you want my ID, but right now you or yourself can articulate a crime that I've committed.
Okay.
So
I already explained to you why I'm here. Why
okay,
I need your ID.
I know what you're here, but okay, is my ID gonna tell you if there's alcohol in that room?
No, but I still need to identify you.
Officer Prudell fails to report a reasonable suspicion, and Martinez immediately requests a supervisor, hoping to end the situation.
I need your first, last name, and your date of birth.
No, you don't.
I do. If you don't want to provide that,
you don't want to call Officer Donovan or one of your supervisors here?
Yeah, I can get a sergeant over.
Then calling him, because right now, this is not what you want to do right now. Because this is a violation of my 4th Amendment.
Okay.
Is anything going to happen if I don't identify myself?
You can be arrested for concealing identity, yes.
So, okay, so I want you to say, if you don't ID to me right now, if I don't give you my ID, that you're going to arrest me. I want you to give me that ultimatum.
So, just hold on. You want to wait? You said you wanted to wait to speak to a supervisor, so let's just do that.
Okay, okay, thank you.
And keep your hands out of your...
Martinez refused to back down. Shortly after, Sergeant John arrived, escalating the situation with intimidation tactics.
Hi, name and badge number, please.
Sergeant John Lovelace. My badge number is 212.
212, all right, thank you. Officer said here that if I don't ID, I will be subject to arrest. Is that true?
Possible, yes.
Possible, yes or no? I need that ultimatum, or else I won't get my ID.
Okay, so technically right now, yes, you could be arrested.
Could. I need a yes or no. Like, I need you to tell me, if you don't give me your ID right now, I'm going to arrest you.
Why would I say that to you?
Because I need that ultimatum, because right now you're asking.
Yes.
And I have the right to say no, because you're asking. It's not a lawful order. Okay. I need you to make it a lawful order.
You're being detained for suspicion of minor in possession of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see your ID.
Okay, and if not?
And if not, you could be considered concealing identity.
Because New Mexico statute says that concealing of identity is a secondary charge. I would have to have been arrested or suspected of a crime.
No.
Right now, you hear just hearsay.
Arrested or suspected. You're being suspected of having possession.
On what grounds?
It turns out the sergeant was no better than the rookie officer. Like him, he failed to understand that they needed a primary offense to justify holding the law student accountable.
So do you have any alcohol in your possession?
I don't answer questions. On what grounds?
Okay, so you don't have any alcohol in your possession.
On what grounds? I don't answer questions. On what ground? Yeah, that's our room, bro.
So here's the deal. By saying could, what we were trying to do is we're trying to be cooperative with you and have you be cooperative with us. So help us clear this matter up.
Okay, I gave him my name, Joel.
What's your last name?
You don't need my last name and you do not need my date of birth unless you want to run me unless you want to run my name through your system. Are you trying to run my name through the system?
Do you have warrants for your arrest?
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. I'm asking questions. I don't. It's my Fifth Amendment. Is it or is it not?
Okay.
Martinez's defense of his constitutional rights were commendable, and it was truly satisfying to watch him use his legal knowledge to outsmart some clueless officers.
Question is that like the officer told you, you're being suspected of having possession of alcohol underage. So in that case, the easiest way to prevent this is for you to let us know. Either somebody saw you carry a case of beer. You have a case of beer in your possession?
I don't answer questions.
So the next step in this process would be, would you give us consent to check your room?
Nope.
To make sure that you have no alcohol in your possession?
Nope. I do not consent to any searches nor seizures.
Okay, very good. All right. Right now we do have reasonable suspicion that possibly a crime had been committed. We're trying to investigate that. You're certainly welcome to refuse if you wish.
I know.
But we need to ID you. And if you do not present your identification, you can face a non-traffic citation.
You're saying could. I need you to say you will.
I'm giving you the opportunity to.
No, I need that ultimatum. I will give you my ID if you say that I'm going to go get arrested if I don't give it to you.
So you'll give us if we say that?
If you say that, yes, sir. Because that's already grounds for me to set up litigation against you.
So you're threatening to sue us?
I ain't threatening nothing, brother.
That's what you just said.
It's not a threat.
It gives you grounds.
It's not a threat. It gives me grounds. Does it or does it not?
There was no need to run his ID, and officers like these are why cities face costly lawsuits. They could have simply let him go, but their fragile egos only worsen the situation, dragging it out unnecessarily.
Okay, so the easiest and simplest solution to this is for you to tell us your name and date of birth.
Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
Okay, by just saying Joel, there's 1,000 Joels. I need a last name and a date of birth.
For what? You're gonna run?
I told you
want my name
for the report. I need to have your name and date of birth.
I didn't even have to give you my first name for that report. You could literally put the citizen or the guy or the suspect. Yes, you can.
It doesn't work like that.
Yes, it does. I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
So
say it, and I'll give you my ID. Just say, if you don't give me your ID, I'm gonna arrest you.
So you want us to threaten you?
Yes, I want you to give me that ultimatum if you really want the ID.
Threaten you. That's not how this is gonna
Why? Because you know you can't. You know you don't have that ultimatum. You know you can because you know that opens up for litigation.
The officer's intimidation was about to escalate even further. To make matters worse, one of them had to Google the laws on concealing identity, exposing just how unprepared they were.
Stay over.
No, I can't. I'm in your view.
I'm telling you, you need to stay over here.
Just keep recording, Sean. Don't let him intimidate you. Oh, let me take my hand on my pocket.
Thank you.
There's two guys right here with Glocks and scared of a 19-year-old with the phone, bro.
Well, I'm not scared of a 19-year-old with the phone. Come on, man, don't do that, okay?
No.
Seriously,
that's just me. Do you see something in my pocket?
Okay, well, we would like for you to do that for us, just to be cooperative.
Oh,
okay?
Just to be cooperative, for you to say what you want me to do. Are you Googling the laws right now? Because that's really what you should be doing right now. All right, cool.
You okay with that?
Yeah, continue reading.
Are you sure you're okay with that?
Yeah. I give you permission.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's okay.
I appreciate it.
Despite reading the statutes and laws on Google, Sergeant John was still determined to get the student's ID. However, fearing a lawsuit, they avoided directly ordering him to comply.
So here's why we need your name and date of birth. I'm going to read you the law because you are a law student, okay?
Sean, can
according to New Mexico, it's all being recorded.
Yeah, I know, but
my
those
body
are hard
camera's
to get.
running.
So I'm gonna use my own.
So concealing identity consists of concealing one's true name or identity or disguising oneself with the intent to obstruct the due execution of the law.
Am I obstructing?
Or, yes, technically you are, with the intent to intimidate, hinder, or interrupt any public officer or any person in illegal performance of his duties or exercise of his rights under the law of the United States.
Okay, so your investigation is investigating that I'm in possession of alcohol, right?
That's exactly
okay,
what
and
we
if I
said.
don't give you, if I give you my ID, is that gonna tell you if I do or do not have alcohol in that room? Or is it just a way to find me with something?
You refusing to identify yourself to us by name and date of birth, full name, date of birth, that is concealing identity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, the sergeant let his ego win over the law and ordered Martinez to show his ID under direct threat of arrest.
Show us your ID. We need to see your ID, or you will be arrested.
Thank you. You got that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that. For real.
Why do you use that term?
Because why the you searching my shit? Like
we're not searching your shit.
Yes, that's a seize of my identification. Is it or is it not?
It's not a seizure.
It's a seizure of my identification. Yes or no?
We just need to see who you are in order to go forward in the investigation.
Told you my. Today I did not.
Your legal name.
My
legal
legal
name.
name.
Your first name.
What is my Joel? Not the legal name or what?
Joel what?
He has my ID. Go look at it.
Perfect. That's all we needed. Thank you. That's all we needed. Any questions?
Just the report number.
Yeah, we'll get that here. We'll get that here in just a minute. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Joel.
Yeah,
we're done. Okay. Have a good night. You guys can go to your room now. Thank you.
Stupid fucking pigs.
If we really wanted to push the issue, we could stop and lock the room down and get a search warrant. But we have an anonymous complaint. So,
after getting his ID, the officers ended the search and let him go. You really wonder how the ID helped them discover that he was innocent. As they were heading out of the building, Martinez had some strong words for them.
Are they?
Oh, wait, they're right here.
Hi.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Just listening.
Yeah, you're listening? All right. Anything else I can help you guys with?
No,
you're just gonna stand around and get paid?
Yeah, sure.
You're just gonna stand around and get paid, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can just prove some braces. I'm gonna get complaints on both of your asses.
Okay.
And Chief Donovan's gonna know about this shit because he knows who I am.
Chief Donovan knows you.
Chief Donovan knows who I am.
Okay, very good.
All right. And did you find anything with that ID, brother? Did you find out if there's alcohol in here or not with that ID? Nah. So what the fuck
you
was
denied
the
us
point?
consent, so that's fine.
I didn't give you consent.
Exactly. So we're not gonna argue with you. Have a nice day.
Get the f here.
Well, this is actually a common area, so we're allowed to be here.
Fuck out, go work. I paid you for something. Yes, I
Why
paid
are
you
you
for something.
doing this?
Fuck out of here. Because you fuck my ID for no reason, brother.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day.
Well, this was precisely the send-off these desperate cops deserved, and soon after this incident, Martinez filed a complaint with the police department. It is unclear if he pursued a lawsuit, but if he does, these officers' jobs could be on the line. Now that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw satisfying moments of these informed lawyers owning these corrupt cops and taking them to the cleaners. It was truly shocking to see these officers having no sense of the law whatsoever and getting brutally owned by these attorneys. If you agree, please support us by liking this video. And if you enjoyed this video, watch how these dirty police officers were owned by their own bosses.
Leave him there, leave him there, leave him there, leave him there, leave him there.